Was Poland fighting alone, and were the Western powers ignoring it? On the morning of September 15, 1939, during the German invasion of Poland, the situation had become extremely critical, and the entire country was under constant pressure from the German army. Every passing hour was pushing Poland closer to a turning point it could no longer escape. In the early days of the war, German strategy was based on Blitzkrieg, or lightning-fast attacks, which rapidly broke through Polish defensive lines. Despite this, the Polish army did not give up and launched a sudden and strong counterattack at the Battle of Kutno, which temporarily surprised the German commanders. Could this resistance have changed the course of the war, or was it only a final stand? Although this attack could not fully stop the German advance, it showed the world that the Polish army was ready to resist until the very end and was fighting with full determination. German forces focused their attention on the Polish capital, Warsaw, where during the siege of Warsaw, heavy aerial bombardments and artillery shelling continued. Adolf Hitler ordered intense and destructive bombing instead of a long siege, aiming to force the city into surrender quickly. Each explosion was not just destroying buildings, but also breaking the hopes of an entire nation. These attacks caused severe damage to civilians, destroyed buildings, and left thousands homeless. Bombing during Jewish religious holidays had a deep psychological impact on the people of the city, creating an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty. By September 15th, German forces had advanced rapidly to Brest-Litovsk and were strengthening their control over various regions. Meanwhile, the Polish army was scattered across different fronts, communication lines were weakening, and defensive resources were running out. Silence was spreading across the country, but the intensity of war was only growing more terrifying. Despite this, many Polish soldiers and officers continued to fight until the very last moment, sacrificing themselves for the defense of their homeland. These events made it clear that, against the speed and power of the German army, it was becoming extremely difficult for Poland to continue. Poland had hoped that its Western allies, especially Britain and France, would launch a major attack against Germany, as they had promised in March 1939. However, in reality, this did not happen. The hope that once felt strong was slowly fading with every passing day. Although Britain and France declared war on Germany, they did not launch any major offensive on the Western Front that could immediately help Poland. This effectively left Poland isolated and gave the German army further opportunity to advance. Meanwhile, in occupied territories, the Schutzstaffel SS and German police began strict actions against the civilian population. The Jewish community was especially targeted, with arrests and widespread fear spreading throughout the region. It wasn't only armies on the ground. Fear itself was now marching through every street. German military leadership, including officers like Wilhelm Keitel, approved orders aimed at establishing full control over occupied territories and suppressing opposition. Although some German officers were uncomfortable with these actions, most either remained silent or followed orders, which worsened the situation. All of these events reflect that by September 15, 1939, Poland was going through one of its most critical phases, where rapid German advances on one side and the absence of Allied support on the other made its situation increasingly desperate. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more historical and informative content like this.